Hello. Okay, so I'm in Badlion at the moment, but we're gonna ignore that. I don't really like Badlion. So today I'm going to be doing something that has been highly requested by a lot of people. I'm going to be doing a thumbnail tutorial. So I don't really support or like to use Badlion, but it has replay mod, and I think you can get it on Forage as well, but I'm also not very sure, and I know how to use Badlion. So if you're going to use Badlion for this, just don't buy cosmetics, please, thank you. I would describe this tutorial, or how I make my thumbnails, as kind of Sammy Green's thumbnail tutorial and Sayalis's thumbnail tutorial like mixed together, because that's basically what I used, but people have been asking me for my own because I don't know. So yeah. So first thing I do is I get on this awful client and I go into one of my worlds. So I have like a bunch of worlds. I will leave links in the description for how to get these worlds. You can just get like it's just Bedwars maps. You can also get these for Skywars, but I play Bedwars, so I just use Bedwars maps. Oh, okay, so now you should be in the world. Oh, frick. Here we are. Also, never go into, survival on one of these maps, because if you die, it will teleport you, to nowhere, and you won't be able to find your way back. So yeah, I found out the hard way, so yeah. So I'd first say, get whatever resource pack you were using in the video. Let's just say I was using this pack in the video, and now you have it. So next you're going to get a crafting table and an enchantment table and whatever armor you want. I guess some videos I just use diamond armor because I don't feel like it makes the thumbnails look better for me, but using either all leather or leather and half iron is usually the way to go, because that's like usually what you have in game. You always have at least half leather. And then getting like a sword or something. You're also gonna get dye. So you can get whatever color you want. I usually go with pink, but pink's like magenta, so just make whatever color you want. So you're gonna just put down your crafting table and your enchantment table. And then you're gonna dye. I just say mix colors until you think it looks nice. I don't know. Let's just do that, I guess. It's also kind of hard to tell this texture pack, but I'm not really sure, so. Nice. And then you're gonna enchant with any enchantment the leather cap. But I'm just gonna put on the armor. Bam. There, nice. You can get rid of these if you want, but I usually just don't even bother, so yeah. Okay, so there are two different like kinds of thumbnails I kind of do. So either I do a thumbnail where I am recording me like actually like just being in the world and doing something, or I just record me in the sky and then like cut it out later. So when I'm making my thumbnails, I put on these Silder's Vibrant Shaders Medium because I feel like they make it look good. I'll link those, but if you're running on a lower end PC, I would recommend not using these shaders, and probably shaders that maybe are similar to these, but like not these ones, I don't know. So this I learned from the Sammy Green tutorial, where you just, you know, here, let's just go to my sword. This sword is very pretty, by the way. So basically we're just gonna do the Sammy Green, where we're just gonna like punch the sky a lot, because that's how we get the nice video. So you're basically gonna use replay mod. Like if it's not already on, turn it on. The keybind I think just originally is P, so yeah, but you can also go into here and press start recording. So I'm just gonna press P and then start punching at the sky. So yeah, like this, and yeah, and stuff, and like I can do whatever I want. Just like just keep punching, I guess, and always look at the sky, because if you're looking this way, you'll be like backlit. Now if that's the aesthetic you're going for, then of course go ahead and do it, but you look better if the sun's facing at you. So press P or stop recording when you want to stop recording. And then I'm going to go out of this world and go into replay viewer. So your replays, there's like a bunch of them. These are all mine. Well, there might not be a bunch of them for you if you haven't made any, but I have a bunch. So you're gonna go into your replay. This should be the newest one. Whatever you just recorded should be like this one. So just press load. And then you're gonna press T, and then you're gonna press pause because it's gonna be at 1 speed. So I usually put it down to like 3. I usually I like put it down speed so that when I unpause it, like I'm going a lot slower. And then So basically how you use replay is T is to get your mouse out so that you can press on all of these buttons, and then escape is so you can move like all around, you know? So now I'm just gonna look through the what I just recorded, and I'm going to look for a place that I think would look cool for a thumbnail. Okay, so I think I found one that I like. I don't know, I just feel like this is pretty okay. I don't know. And then you're going to this is what I heard Sammy Green do. This is what Sammy Green does. So I just move my FOV down to 30 since it gets like the most detail, and I move back a bit, and then I press F1 so that I can go out and like I don't see anything else, so that I don't take a screenshot with that. And then I press F2 to take a screenshot. Okay, so now I have a screenshot. You can take as many as you want. And then I'm gonna go find somewhere in this world that I would like to be smacking at things. I'm gonna go to pink base, and we're just gonna do a little thing at pink base. Once you have a nice little angle, you're just gonna take screenshot. Usually I do my angles more like going this way instead of like this way, because if you have it coming like towards you like this way, it looks really weird. We're gonna now exit Bad Lion. Okay, so now we're in Pixlr. This is the second time you're recording it. I recorded everything and made the thumbnail, but I forgot to press the record button. I am recording. Now we're in Pixlr. I think that this is a very easy program to use. It's like Photoshop, but I've actually never used Photoshop, so I can't really say that either, but you don't have to pay for it, and it's just online, so that's pretty good. So basically, I'll leave the link in the description for Pixlr. You're going to go to Pixlr E, not Pixlr X. Do not press on Pixlr X. Press on Pixlr E, and then you're going to go to Create New, and this dimension Full HD, which is this. This is what I think a thumbnail is. It always works for me. Some people use this one, but I don't know. I like this one better. So now we have our little blank canvas here. You can, if you go over on this thing, you can press plus or minus to zoom in and out, and you can also just go like this. Right here are your layers. Add more layers with the plus button, like an empty layer, an image layer, or a text layer. So if I just add an empty layer, I can press this button, and I'll go down, and this button, and I'll go up, or I can just press in them like this. You can go over to these three dots, and you can rename the layer. So I can rename it to like layer, like that. I can rename it, and there, look, it has a little name now. I can use a different blend mode, which will, I can't really show you that now, but these all do different things. Okay, here, so I put in my last thumbnail as a layer. I'm just gonna delete this one. You can delete it by pressing the three dots and then delete layer. So if I go on this layer, I can edit the transparency by doing this. I can lock the layer, which means I can't move it. So if I try to move the layer, it won't work. I can unlock the layer, which means I can not move it. I can hide it using these, but also you can do the visibility by pressing this little check button. You can merge down layers, so now it's fully merged. I'm just gonna do Command Z, which will go back things. And you can duplicate the layers. Now I have two of them, which can show off the blend modes, like screen. There, look, and overlay and whatnot. That actually looks really cool though. Then we have our little toolbar thingies over here. So this one little like arrow thing is just the arrange tool, so I can edit this image by going in and out, and I can rotate all around, and I can do a bunch of weird stuff. So now it's like this for some reason, which is pretty nice. We have three different select tools. This one selects in squares. This one selects just like little like round doodad things. And this one selects certain shapes. You can edit this one by tolerance. So you can move the tolerance up so that when you click on it, it selects more, and you can move it down so that it selects less. You can also do a selection and then press shift and then select another thing, or press control to deselect something. Other tools that we will be using, so that I'll explain, is the erase tool. The erase tool is this little eraser button, and you can go to brush and then you can edit the size or the softness. Steep is just like how frequently it does it, but I just do that like full steep, I guess. So now it's like erasing, which is pretty nice. You can also edit the opacity of how much it erases, like how lightly it does it. So you see that? Now it's like erased a little bit, and now it's erased. If you just keep like going over the same part, then it'll erase more of it. We'll also be using the text tool you can find over here, but you can also use it as a new layer. And then there's the zoom tool, which just zooms in, but you can also do that over here. And the eyedropper tool, which you just get a color from wherever, like you can eyedrop a color. These two buttons are the color selectors, so you can select a color out of the wide range of colors on this color wheel, which is really nice. We also have the history button, which basically it just shows everything you did, and if you press on, say we press on wand, then it'll take me back to this stage, and if you press forward, then it'll take me back to this stage. Okay, so now that I've went over a bunch of the tools and things you can do, I will start making and showing you how to make a thumbnail. We'll also be using these little things up here, but I feel like those would be easier to explain when I'm actually making the thumbnail. So you're going to press the little plus button and add those images that you took earlier. So now they're in here. So we have the background layer, and then we have our little person. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the person layer up above. Let's do that by dragging it above the other layer. So I just want the person. I don't really want the background and the clouds and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this little box, which is called Marquee Select, I guess. I don't think I said that right, but yeah, this one. And you're going to select the area, like a bunch of the area around it. So you're going to select this, and then I'm going to select, I'm going to press shift, and then I'm going to select more so that it selects both of the things and doesn't get rid of the other. I'm just going to select everything around it, like a lot of it. We're going to press X. Now we have our little dude. Next we can go to the wand select, and we're going to make the tolerance up a little bit more. I'm just gonna make it 35. I don't know if that'll work, but there. So it's basically selected everything. It's pretty nice. And then I'm gonna press Control X, or Command X for on Mac. And now we have our little guy who doesn't really have much around it. I'm just gonna use the transform tool to make it a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna move it over here. Next, I'm gonna work on the background. I don't really like how like stiff it is, and it kind of takes away like too much from my person who I want to be more of the attention of the image. So I'm going to go up here to this little like bar of a bunch of words, and I'm going to press filter, and then go to details, and then right here should be a little pop out where it has a bunch of different options. So I'm going to press zoom blur. And now you have this thing. So we can change the amount, so we can make it like less zoom blur, or we can make it way more zoom blur. We can edit the direction it is going, and on the X and the Y value. So I'm going to make it a little bit less, and I'm going to edit it so that it's more focused on the character. So we're going to press apply when we're done, and we like what we like what's happening. Next, I'm going to go onto my person layer, this one. Okay, so I'm going to go onto my little person layer, and I'm going to press filter, and then I'm going to press drop shadow. So we're going to add like a little nice little drop shadow onto our little dude. So right here you can edit the X and the Y value of the drop shadow. So I'm going to move the Y down a lot, and I'm going to move the X like kind of under. So just wherever you kind of think your light's coming from, just move it like that. So I can tell that the light's coming from this way because of this little like line thing right here. So I'm going to kind of move it that way. You can also edit the opacity, like how dark or light the shadow is. And you can edit the blur of the shadow, so you can make it like not blurred at all, or you can make like super blurred. I prefer like super blurred, so I'm going to do that. After you've done this and you like how your shadow's looking, you're going to go up here and press duplicate, which looks like this little paper, like two little papers stacked on top of each other. You're going to go over to your layers, and you're going to select the one underneath the one duplicated, and you're going to press filter, details, and zoom blur. It's super zoomed at the moment, so I'm gonna put the amount down like quite a bit, and then I'm gonna edit it so that it's going in a direction I like. Okay, so I think I like how that looks, so I'm gonna apply. So this is how the image is looking so far. I think it's pretty nice. I'm going to merge my two layers into each other, so this is now just one layer. Now this is one layer with the normal character and the zoom blur. So next I'm going to be adding some text onto the image. So you're going to go to the plus button down here. You're going to press it, and you're going to add layer. You're going to add a text layer. So here I'm going to write what the thumbnail is. I'm going to write thumbnail. Oh, shoot. If I spelled that correctly. So we just have like a nice little things. Now I have custom fonts, but I don't have them right now because I'm on an incognito tab. But Pixlr has plenty of fonts to choose from. So in the text option, we have a bunch of different options for what we can change. We can change the font. We have a whole list of fonts, and you can add local fonts, which is just how you add like more fonts. We have color, which you get access to this color wheel, and you can also go out of the image and select a color from anywhere in the image. You can adjust the size, make it bigger or smaller, however you please. Press settings, which basically edits the line spacing and the text and the letter spacing. You can also do like alignment, make it italicized or bold, whatever you want. Or make them all uppercase. There is the styles button, which basically allows a background, so like this, which you can choose the color of like that. An outline, which looks like this, that you can edit the color to and edit the size, like the width and stuff. And you can also punch out letters, which is pretty cool. And then there's a shadow, which is just like, basically like the same drop shadow that we did before. So I'm going to pick a font that I like from Pixlr, since I don't really have my own fonts at the moment. I really like this font, so I'm going to do this one. Now once I've picked my font, I'm going to make it bigger. Just the size how I like it to be. And then I'm going to adjust the color. This is the main color of the inside, so I'm just going to pick something from the armor. This isn't very different from what it was before, but that's okay. Then I'm going to go to styles, and I'm going to click this button to add an outline. I'm going to make the size of the outline 2. I think that looks pretty nice. You can also punch it out, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to add a drop shadow. This drop shadow is way too like pigmented on my then I'm gonna make it like a dark pink, so I'm just gonna get another color from the armor that I have. You can adjust the horizontal and vertical position, so you know, we can just do this. So I'm just gonna do like that. Yeah, that looks nice to me. So just adjust it how you like, and then I'm gonna go into settings, and I think I'm going to make the line spacing, like the letter spacing, more close together. That's the original. This is -6. That looks pretty nice to me. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm also going to move my person a little bit as well, because I think that would look better. So once you have like some like words that you like, I'm going to press the duplicate button right up at the top. And now we have 2 thumbnails. Wow, look nice. So you're going to right click on this one that I just duplicated. Right click on it, press edit text, and then you're going to write your other word, which for me it is tutorial. Okay, I'm on a roll. I spelled that correct too, according to Google. So I don't really want these to be the same font, so I'm going to find another font. I think that a more neutral font looks better with a cursive one, so I'm going to use this font. Just adjust it how you like, but they are the same color, so it makes it a little easier. So I'm gonna make the letter spacing a little bit bigger on this one, like that. Maybe a little bit less. That looks nice to me. So you can always put them on top of each other, like layer them, or just not put them together. I think I'm gonna layer the tutorial one like a little bit over, or maybe not. I don't know. I'll just do it like that. Nice. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to radicize the text. So basically that means that instead of it being a text layer, it is going to be like a normal layer, like my person over here. So we're going to go to select pixels, so it has all of little texting selected, and then you're going to go to radicize, that is in the transform or arrange tool. Bam, and then I'm going to go just to any select tool and just select outside of it so that it's not selected anymore. And I'm going to go back over to the arrange tool and go to a filter, details, and then go to the pop out which says, oh shit, and then go to the pop out that says zoom blur. So that's way too zoomed for my liking, so I'm going to turn it down like a whole bunch so that's like slightly zoomed. You can also edit like which way it's going, so I might do it a little like that way and maybe a little bit up. Yeah. But saying once it's raticized, you cannot edit what it says, so it'll stay like this as an image forever. So now I'm gonna do the same thing to tutorial. Okay, so now we have the same thing done to tutorial. That looks pretty nice to me. It's a little blurry, but I don't really mind. So I add like a few, so now once I'm done with the text, I'm going to add overlays. So basically overlays are just something that you can put over top of the image, either a filter or some kind of cool image just to make it look cooler. I don't know. So I'm gonna add little stars to this image. Let me go find some online. So once you find an image, you're going to right click, press copy image, and then put it into your thing. I recommend once you find something that you okay, wait. Once you find something that you like, I recommend saving it to your desktop so that you can use it again, because I think that it looks the best when you have things that you commonly use in all of your thumbnails. Okay, so I'm gonna do it like that, and it doesn't cover the whole image, but I still want it to be this size, so I'm going to press duplicate, and then I'm going to move it over to the side. They all fit together. They're nice. So I'm happy with where everything's placed, so I'm going to merge the layers together so that now the star layer is just one layer. I'm going to go to adjustments, temperature, and tint, and I'm going to make it all the way pink. Now it's just gonna look orange, but I just still think it looks better. And I'm going to press, I'm going to go to the three dots over here on the image with the stars. And I'm going to go to blend mode, and I'm going to go to screen. So now it looks like brighter. So I want to erase some of these stars because I don't really like where they're placed. So I'm going to erase the ones that are on me because I think that it'll look better and make more sense if the stars were not on top of me. If you like how that looks, then keep it. But I don't, so I'm going to get rid of it. I'm also gonna erase the ones that are on top of the text and any others that I don't really like. So I think that looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to do the same thing that I've been doing to everything else and go to the arrange tool and go to filter, details, and zoom blur. That's still very zoomed out, so I'm going to just zoom it a little less, like that. That looks nice. So now I have it nice and zoomed. It's pretty zooming, you know, pretty zooming around. You can add as many like little like stars or whatever you want, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the stars. So next I'm going to add a like a pretty filter overlay. So just anything that I think is like pretty, and then it'll just like kind of change the color a bit. So into Google I'm going to look up pretty pink water. Now, I know that's kind of weird, but I feel like this gives some options. So I like this one. I think this one looks pretty cool. So I'm going to copy image and then paste it in as a new layer. Make it super big like this, so that it covers like the entire image. And then go to the three dots on the image, go to blend mode and do screen. And then I'm going to edit the transparency by moving this little thing down and up. So I'm going to move down and like that. I usually add like 3, so I'm gonna get a few more. This one's kind of interesting. I like the pink water and I like the flowers, so this one looks nice, so I'm gonna add screen and then transparency. I feel like it just makes it look a little bit better, like, and cooler, so I'm even gonna add this fun bubbly one. This just looks so cute. I don't know why. There, and then screen, and like that. Look, nice. Also, if you decide that one of them's too, like, it's too transparent, like, I mean, or it's not as transparent enough as you want, then just go back in and edit it. So I kind of like how this looks, but I think that it needs a little bit of something, so I'm gonna go to the layer with the background, and I'm going to go to adjustments, and I'm going to go to filter, and I'm going to go to vignette. I don't know what that's called. but it's like a little outline thing. So basically, if you go toward this way, then it'll make the outline start to go like darker. And if you go this way, then it'll make it lighter. So sometimes it's fun to add these like lighter or as darker. So I think I'm gonna add it as like a little bit lighter. So I kind of think that my thumbnail is kind of boring. So I'm gonna go and add like Kirby or something. Kirby trail. So I just looked up Kirby and I'm gonna add Kirby. Okay, so I found Kirby. The image looks kind of weird, but I'm just gonna ignore it. And I'm gonna add Kirby down here because Kirby's cool. And you might be wondering, oh, why is it right there? That's bad. It doesn't look good. Then you're gonna move the layer down until get like under everything. I still don't really like how it looks, so I might do a screen to Kirby. That looks pretty bad. You can go through a bunch of the different little like overall the different blend modes. See which one you like best. I'm gonna just go to none, and I'm gonna just turn down his transparency a little bit. There. Kirby looks nice. I'm also gonna add a little bit of a drop shadow to Mr. Kirby man. There, Kirby's looking very cute. Okay, so I might also add to Kirby a zoom blur, so just do a bit of this, just a little. Nice. Okay, there, Kirby's complete. He looks cute. Okay, so I think that's basically my thumbnail tutorial. This is kind of how I do it, except I don't usually look up every time I find a picture I like. I have 3 that I already use, and I have stars that I already use, and a bunch of other things that I use in like every one of my thumbnails. I think that that's like the best thing that you need to learn if you're making thumbnails and making content, is that having certain things that you use in like every one of your thumbnails makes your channel a bit more cohesive, and people will know it's like your video. Now I think it's really fun to change up your thumbnails though as well, so like if you have like a different color scheme that you want to go for that day, then that's fun. If you don't, then don't. Also, I want to remind you that you shouldn't copy this tutorial like completely step by step, because I think that as like a channel you should make your content you should make it unique. So like find your own fonts or edit the color scheme of yours instead. So just like make it your own, but also just use what I'm doing if it helps you. So yeah, if it didn't help you at all and you hate my thumbnails, then don't use it. I don't really care. Thank you for watching the video if you made it this far. Also comment whatever you want, because comments really help my channel, so do it. And if you made it this far, subscribe. So yeah, have a really nice day. I'm gonna be using this thumbnail hopefully. Please say that I'm recording, and bye. Okay, so how you save files, you go to File, all the way down to Save, and you can save it as a JPEG, a PNG, or a this. You can't really save it as that though. I don't think that they accept files over like 2 kilobytes or something. So not 2 kilobytes, I mean megabytes. Okay, so now you're gonna move the quality up to 100. It does take up a little bit of space on your computer, but I just think it makes it look better. So I'm gonna press download, and then it will download to your device, and you will be happiness. So yeah.